for the next step of writing an artist statement. So at this point, you should have a page that looks kind of like this. It says artist statement on it. It's numbered. You've written a sentence corresponding to the information on your artist statement flowchart. And now we're ready to write our rough draft. Okay, so this is our outline. Now we're ready for our rough draft. And so now I'm pulling mine out so I can see it. If you choose to tear your artist statement out of your book so that you can set it next door to your notebook, then you need to tape it back in, right? You can just tape it back in right here. But I'm going to grade it, so you need to make sure you don't lose it. So tape it back in, okay? So now we need to write a rough draft. Now, let's remember why we write an artist statement. Our artist statement is to inform the audience of things we want them to know so that they can appreciate why we made this piece of art and what this art is about, and anything we want them to know about the art so that they can enjoy it better, right? So we can communicate better. So just because we wrote all of these things does not mean we have to use them all. And just because we wrote all of these things does not mean we have to leave the wording the way it is. So let's go through and let's just kind of read it like it's a paragraph. Okay, I know it's real sloppy, and yours should be a work in too. Okay, so here we go. This sculpture is of a young woman preparing to dive. This work, oh, can't start two sentences with the word work. Let's see. What if we turned that into a paragraph or a comma and made that no, we don't need to make that a capital. We just made it a long sentence, a complex sentence. This sculpture is of a young woman preparing to dive. Composed of simple materials, it is crafted by hand without special tools. I don't know about the tense. I'll have to think about that. So I think that's pretty good. We'll take that. I don't know. Is what I said important? Is it helping the artist, like somebody appreciate my sculpture? I don't know. I don't know if number 2 even needs to go into the final, okay? Next one. A memory. Ooh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't use as part of the question as my answer, like, right? So I have to say inspired from a memory of my daughter diving at the pool in front of all her friends. Oh, I said inspired here. Oh, okay, but I needed inspired there. See, now we have to just rethink things. Okay, I like coming of age sculpture, but maybe I need to put that down here at the bottom, right? So, inspired from a memory of my daughter diving at the pool in front of all her friends. My goal in creating this piece was to capture a coming-of-age story. Capture a memory. I will just keep going. Capture a memory of a moment where she was bold and sure of herself. Okay, I like that. So then we're going to move on. This work exudes confidence and energy. It is I'm going to use this, coming-of-age story. Okay, so when I looked at it as a comprehensive piece, I had to make more changes. Okay, so now we edited it even more. I think I'm going to nix number 2. Now, when you're doing yours, maybe number 4 doesn't make sense. Maybe number 3 doesn't help. You have to think about what is helping my audience understand this piece better. And if it doesn't help, we nix it, all right? So you can't nix it all. So don't try that. You can't do that. So I'm going to pause my video and I'm going to write out what I have here on my journal. So this is my AS artist statement rough draft. Okay. So this is my outline, right? This is just normal, good writing practice. This was my outline. Now I'm doing my rough draft, and then later I'll write my final one. So hang tight. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've done some work. I've done some thinking. I'm showing you really, organically how this works. So I've used my outline, and I've compiled it into a paragraph. Okay, and I did some writing. I didn't like it. I took it out. That's normal. That's okay. You get to scratch your work out. I'm using a Sharpie so you can read it easier. Okay, so rough draft. I've got my title, The Diver Aged. I really want it to say aged with a D because Degas did that. 13. Okay, 13 is a pivotal age, right? It's a coming of age. That's that mark between being a kid and being an adult, a young adult. It's an important year. Okay, so I said this sculpture is of a young woman preparing to take a dive. Inspired from a memory of, now this is something I want to talk about. You can talk in the first or third person. You can talk about yourself like you're someone else, or you can talk about yourself like you're yourself. It's your choice. Both are okay. If you say the artist, it sounds more formal, and you'll notice that artists do that more. So, inspired from a memory of the artist's daughter diving at the pool in front of her friends. The goal of this piece was to capture a memory. Now, I started to say some stuff. I didn't like it. No, we'll go on. A moment where she was bold, happy, and sure of herself. This work exudes confidence and energy. It is a coming-of-age story frozen in time. Okay, so I feel good about this. I don't want to talk in first person. I'm going to use the artist. That's okay. So if I say the artist here, then I have to say she down here. So you have to keep your tense. Either you're talking about yourself as I, or you're talking about yourself as someone else. They're both fine. They're both done. Okay? So now I need to do my spell check. So if you think you've got it right, you need to find a friend. Okay? Find somebody, not me. I'm a bad speller. I'll help. I will. But I might not be your first choice. To double check you. It's okay to pull your computer out, poke a few words in. I had to check young. I wasn't sure, was there an E there? I was right. When I was a teenager, I struggled with the word daughter. So I think that I've got everything. Maybe I need to check confidence. I might need to check that word. But I want you to have somebody else spell check it, and then I want you to have them sign it off. So normally Miss B does my spell checking here at school. So if Miss B spell checked this, then she would do her. Oh, that's how I think she signs her initials, whatever. But I want you to have that person sign off. And so once you have your rough draft done, you're ready to go to your final draft. All right? And that's in the next video. So get this done. Don't watch the next video until you have your rough draft done. Okay, see you soon.